Here we go. Look at this guy. Look at Dieter Bastian. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Once again, it is I, your Duke of Dope Discourse, Robert Meyer Burnett, and I invite you to watch and listen to the Designing Hollywood podcast, brought to you by Martika Ibarra and the great, legendary Hollywood costume designer, Marilyn Vance. I am afforded the wonderful opportunity of co-hosting the show. If you are interested in the magic of Hollywood, the design of Hollywood, the clothes of Hollywood, watch the Designing Hollywood podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts from, or find the video version on YouTube. That's right, the Designing Hollywood podcast. Why would you ever want to miss it, especially if you love the movies?
Tango Shalom is now available on all VOD
major platforms. I think we messed that up.
Video on demand, or as they say in the trade, VOD.
VOD.
Tango Shalom
is now available on all VOD platforms,
which means
video on demand.
Look how you know. You must be a high school graduate.
I'm a college graduate.
Really?
Yes.
I got an honorary degree from Hofstra. Did you get an honorary degree?
No, I got a degree.
Oh, well, I got honorary. You know, I'm in the Jewish Museum.
What for?
What do you mean? As a famous Jew in the Bronx. I'm in the famous...
I'm in the Prospect Park in the Stones.
How big is the stone?
Well, greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Once again, it is I, your Duke of Dope Discourse, your master of fun and wonder, your viceroy of verisimilitude, Robert Meyer Burnett. Bow to me as your pharaoh of physical media. This is Let's Get Physical Media. By the way, Dieter Bastian is bowing to me on the other screen. This is Let's Get Physical Media, episode 52. Can you believe it? It's 52 episodes. Oh, I love coffee in the morning. It's like the Hollywood half and half. But you know, as well as I know, that it ain't a show unless my favorite German, your favorite German. You didn't know you had a favorite German until you watched this show. Mr. Dieter Bastian from Saarbrücken, Deutschland. Dieter, how are you this morning, sir?
Rob, I've gotten my third booster shot this week. Or my first booster shot, so I'm vaccinated 3 times, but I didn't change into a Spider-Man, so I'm not in the new Spider-Man movie. Just saying, I'm not in Spider-Man No Way Home, okay?
But you can still do what a spider can. You still can do what a spider can. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Dieter here I am, rock you like a hurricane, and welcome to the B&B Motel for Let's Get Physical Media. And Rob, what's up? What was up this week? Besides Spider-Man No Way Home.
What was up this... Well, I'll tell you, the box office for Spider-Man No Way Home is up.
And what does it tell us, Rob? Box office.
Well, you know what? I don't think it tells us much, to be honest. Even though it's shattering all records, this was a film. This is an outlier. This does not necessarily mean box office is back. So far, I believe No Time to Die is still the box office champ for the year. I think Spider-Man will sail past it, and I think it might be, as we've been speculating, the first billion-dollar grosser of the COVID era. But let me tell you, I don't think our beloved box office is in a very healthy state, to be honest. I don't mean to be a doomsayer, but the business is changing rapidly, and it shows that in our new reality, we've had some high-profile Guillermo del Toro's new movie, Nightmare Alley.
Yeah.
Tanked. Spielberg's West Side Story off the board. The movie's going to probably have an $80 million loss or more.
Yeah. Considering West Side Story, Rob, let me just check the German box office from last weekend when West Side Story was opening. Europe, number 7. in the first weekend. Number 7. Even Rob 007 in his 11th week had more viewer attendance than West Side Story. But strangely enough,
Why do you
some
think
box
that
office-
is in Germany, Dieter? Why? Because Spielberg directed it now.
Do you need where's Skippy Jones, Rob? You would need Skippy Jones.
Skippy John
Oh.
Jones. She's inside. She's doing well.
And strangely enough, House of Gucci was 2 times in a row number 1 in Germany.
I could see that. I think House of Gucci is a very German movie.
Okay, so this was just a little bit from the German box office. But for me, Rob, I've never seen a theater that much crowded in a long time, considering Spider-Man: No Way Home. It was a packed theater, even with seats who were not available to book. So it was a crowded theater, and there was, strangely enough, even, which is not normal in Germany, hooting and hollering at our screening too.
I would imagine.
Was-
I mean,
Was surprised.
what did you
about that.
think of the movie?
I really enjoyed it, Rob, but considering how bad the internet was, considering all the shenanigans, unfortunately, it was a little bit of a checklist watch for me. Know that. Know that. You know. So I hope it will probably be a way more satisfying experience with the second viewing, and when it's all is getting a little bit quiet down, considering. But really enjoyed it. Had fun with it. But Rob, do you think Sony will take Spider-Man back now?
No.
Considering no. Okay.
No, Spider-Man's here to stay in the MCU. They'll cut another deal. They'll make a trilogy. And Sony has brilliantly figured out a way to put their Spider-Man movies into the MCU.
Okay.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man
Plus-
trilogy is MCU. The Amazing Spider-Man, 2 movies there. Andrew Garfield's
Just
movies are...
thinking about the ending, considering the ending would be a place to do.
Oh, no, I love what they did. But now let me ask you this. If Sony announced Spider-Man 4 starring Tobey Maguire, would you be excited about it?
Actually, yes, Rob.
Me too.
Yes.
I would go watch a new Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movie. I mean, I think
see.
that they should make... You know, Tobey Maguire's in his mid-40s.
Yep.
I think it would be really interesting to do a Peter Parker movie about Spider-Man in his mid-40s. Where's he at?
It would there definitely be something different that we didn't get.
It's the Spider-Man...
Didn't have.
Yeah, the Spider-Man maybe from Into the Spider-Verse. Maybe that was Tobey Maguire, and they can acknowledge that, but maybe not. I don't know. You know what's really funny? Disney, speaking of Disney and Sony, Disney, our favorite studio that was, like I thought they were knocking on heaven's door as far as physical media is going to go, they are dominating the sales charts this week.
Oh, okay. Rob.
Disney's physical media output, the top 10 Blu-rays for the week ending on December 11th. Check this out. Shang-Chi, Jungle Cruise, and Ron's Gone Wrong.
Ron's Gone Wrong too.
Ron's Gone Wrong was the 3rd highest selling Blu-ray. And then Rick and Morty Season 5, Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, Cry Macho, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Free Guy, which is 20th Century Fox, and the original Christmas Specials collection, and bringing up the rear, Fast 9, The Fast Saga. Those are the top 10 best-selling Blu-rays. They're still charting the best 3D sellers for the week. And this is interesting. Polar Express 3D, The Wizard of Oz 3D, and The Jungle, or Dr. Seuss's The Grinch 3D are the number 1 3D selling titles of the week.
Wizard of Oz, the original? Or
That's
the
right, bruh. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Wizard of Oz 3D. And the top 5 best-selling 4K discs, of which I'm still waiting for my number 1 here. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Number 1. Krampus, The Naughty Cut. Good on you, Mike Doherty. Forrest Gump, 4K. Shang-Chi, and Black Widow are the top best-selling. I know, pretty cool, right? Now, we've got some dope-ass titles that have been announced. I mean, there's
Okay.
some truly great stuff that has been announced this week. Beginning with, bruh. Albert Pune's genius film, The Sword and the Sorcerer, is coming out from Shout Factory in 4K. I mean, man, if it's unbelievable that this is coming out. I can't believe it. I think the most exciting title of the week, though, is, and this was expected, but Arrow, RoboCop, is coming out in 4K in a special edition set. I mean, they've already got their swag. This is the kind of thing where I might just buy the not special edition disc and replace my Blu-rays in the package that's already out, because I already have that package. And so, yeah, that's very, very cool. So RoboCop is coming out. And obviously, Disney announced Eternals is coming out. So you can rock that 4K Steelbook if you want. Get it from Zavvi. And Imprint, I have to tell you, this is really exciting for me. The triptych of George Powell movies that Imprint released. They released War of the Worlds before Criterion. They released my beloved When Worlds Collide. And the final one, Conquest of Space. This was the first of the George Powell space movies I saw when I was a kid. I freaking love this movie. It's about a manned mission to Mars, and it is badass. It is the pinnacle of badass 50s sci-fi. I love it. It's the last one I'm missing. Well, I want to get Destination Moon, but I don't care about it as much. I don't have the connection to Destination Moon. But this is the trilogy. I don't understand why Paramount never released all three of these movies in a box set, but what are you going to do? And speaking of space, the deliberately paced science fiction movie Marooned is also coming out from Imprint about astronauts marooned on a moonshot. So there you go. And then Imprint is also putting out Audrey Rose, which is, I kind of like this movie. I didn't love this movie, but I kind of liked it. It's cool they're putting it out. And they are putting out The Osterman Weekend, which is not a great movie, but it's a movie I like. I bet it's a movie you like too. So those are some notable releases that were announced this week. So I'm kind of excited. I mean, there's hasn't been a lot that's come out in the last couple weeks that I have not felt compelled to run out and buy anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought things, but that's kind of cool.
Did you order Coming Home at Dark? Did you order?
Dieter, it's funny that you say that. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about Coming Home in the Dark. So I don't know, but then I decided, yes, I did. Coming Home in the Dark. It's not like Coming Home in a Body Bag, but it's close. Obviously, it's not unwrapped, but I just got this bad boy, and if it sucks, I blame you, but it doesn't seem like it's going to suck. I don't know anything
about it. If it sucks, Rob, you can totally blame me.
I don't know anything about this movie. This was a total...
As it should be, Rob.
This is a cat in the bag. This is a Dieter Bastian recommendation, and I own it. I own it. So that's one of the titles I got this week, thanks to you.
If you don't like it, Rob, you can totally put the blame on me. No doubt about that.
It's true. You know what else I got? This week? For PlayStation 5.
Oh, Ghost of Tsushima.
The director's cut.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Very excited. Very excited for this.
Is for the people who already own it, did they get the upgrade automatically? I don't know about that. Or will they have to buy it again?
Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. So that's kind of exciting. I won't show everything. Do you have?
Was it a Schnäppchen? Was it a
Ghost of Tsushima? Yeah. You can't. You know what? Unless video games are older, you can never get a Schnäppchen. I mean, this is still a big selling game. Yeah. And the thing is, people are still acquiring PlayStation 5s. But I got it for the standard. Was it $60? The thing I'm trying to get now is the action figure, the third party figure from this. It's amazing. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that. But that's are we showing stuff? Do you want to start showing stuff?
Yeah, okay, I can show some titles. But before I show titles, Rob, you asked last week, and I couldn't get you an answer. What rank is der Hauptmann? And it is Captain. The American rank is is Captain. I think Brian Hepburn in the live chat said it as well. This Captain is the rank. Yesterday, to get more in the Christmas spirit, I watched Silent Night with Keira Knightley. Mark Kermit was not a fan of the movie, but I quite enjoyed it. You have a nice combo, post-apocalyptic stuff with Christmas. So
What's
right
not to
up
love?
my alley.
Does
It's
Santa Claus still
probably-
come after the apocalypse?
Probably not in this movie, and it's probably not going to be a Christmas classic, but I quite enjoyed it. Silent Night.
And it's in 4K.
Rob, yeah, you showed it last week, because you already got it, Rob. Invasion.
Have you looked at that disc yet?
Unfortunately, not, Rob.
It's
came on Friday, I believe.
stunning. It is stunning. It looks so good.
Great. That's great to hear. And one I didn't unwrap because you showed it last week too. Menace to
It's a great
Society.
disc. Great
Awesome.
disc.
Then get in the bags. Rob. With Bella Thorne. Don't know anything about it. Masquerade. It's from the producers of Insidious and Split. That doesn't mean anything. But
She might get
here we
naked.
go.
She might get naked, so it might be good.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Might get naked. Okay.
Might get
Masquerade.
naked.
The next one, I've heard good stuff. It is out, I believe, on Netflix in the US of A. It's not out on Netflix here. So I thought, no, I give the disc a shot. Megan Fox in
Oh,
Till Death. I heard some nice things about it. Should be hopefully a nice watch. But Cat in the Bag. Next one. Still haven't watched season 1, but don't care. Creepshow season 2, and it has a nice reversible cover. So we have
I gotta get that. Is that from
Other
Scream
album?
Factory? Who puts that out?
from Shudder, Rob. Shudder.
Oh, it's shot. Okay, good.
And Rob, it has a little more like a advertisement, like a comic in it, So Creepshow season 2, which is on Shudder. The next one from Ringo Lam, to make his more titles from him in my archive. Full Alert this is from Eureka, correct?
Oh, nice.
Yes, Eureka. But I don't know about the movie. It's from 1997. Full Alert, and it comes, I believe, with a booklet. Yes, little booklet. So, Full Alert. The next one, I don't know. Perhaps you've seen it already, Rob, and can tell us a little bit about it. The 4K of The Last Duel.
Yeah, I ordered that and it hasn't. I don't know where it is.
Okay. This is the Italian one.
Oh, I like The Last Duel quite a bit.
Oh, nice to know.
Yeah.
Nice to know. Still haven't watched it. The Last Duel. And then we have clearly more evidence that the bad Canadian has bad taste when it comes to movies, because this was great, Rob. Gerard Butler, Frank Grillo.
Well, that's
Gupshaw.
that's directed by our boy.
Come.
Wait.
Rob, come.
Why am I? Hang on. I'm drawing a blank on his name. He directed Guns, Blood, Bullets, and Octane. He directed the A-Team.
Joe Carnahan. Joe Carnahan. Really dug the movie. Plays almost completely at a police station. Has some Solon Precinct 13 vibes. Totally dug the movie. Had a great time. Cop Shop. Unfortunately, Rob, no extras on it. Not a commentary.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nothing. And Rob, guess who's back? Scotty is back. In one shot. It was Ryan Phillippe, but Cat in the Bag, haven't seen it. Okay?
It doesn't matter if your boy Scotty Atkins is in it. Does it really matter?
No. I hope it's a nice action film movie. Don't expect anything more. Stay in your wheelhouse. Okay. So this was a little bit of a first hole. Rob, will you go?
I can show a few.
delve into the live chat from last week?
Well, wait a minute. I got more.
Okay.
I got The Wolf of Wall
nice.
Street, Steelbook. Ooh,
Okay,
obviously, I love this movie. I really like the colors on the spine too, so that's pretty good.
nice.
So I got that, and Paul Schrader's. I can't wait to watch this. The Card Counter.
Oh,
My man Paul.
Is this
I
a-
love my man Paul Schrader. The Card
is
Counter.
this a new movie, Rob?
Yeah, brand new movie with Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
Paul Schrader,
Never
the
heard of it.
writer of Taxi Driver, of course, and he directed American Gigolo and Cat People, and I'm a huge fan. Hardcore with George C. Scott.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to this. Great cast. And had to get this from George. George, if you're watching. Angels with Dirty Faces. Yes.
Oh.
Yes, what a cast. One of the greats. A Warner Archive title. I'm supposed to get Ivanhoe this week. I don't know where it is, but Angels with Dirty Faces, had to pick that up. So thank you, George, for that. One of the last releases of
Yeah.
the year. Then I got this from Arrow, Snake Girl and the Silver-Haired Witch. Yeah, a little Asian,
nice.
a little Asian
Okay.
horror. Had to get that. I like that Arrow's been putting out a lot of. I love my Asian ghost stories. And if anything, I mean, I want to meet a Snake Girl my whole life. I've wanted to meet a Snake Girl. And then, dude, as I mentioned last week. Oh wait, another favorite movie of mine. Not something I would normally have loved. I saw this in the theater, and I loved it. The new Paramount reissue of Warren Beatty's Reds, a historical epic about the 1918 Bolshevik Revolution. This is an epic film. I love this movie. I'm happy to have it. It's the
Has it
40th.
has it ever been out on Blu-ray at all, Rob?
I don't know. Maybe it never has. I've never had it.
remember the title.
Yeah, it's Warren Beatty and Diane Keaton. This is a fantastic historical epic. I love this movie. This movie had a real impression on me in 1981. I think it came out in 81. It did not, however, make me want to become a socialist or a Marxist. I did like this film a great deal. So thank you. Paramount's been killing it. I just wish that if they're going to do 4K restorations, put them out in 4K, guys.
Okay. Exactly.
Come on, man. Put it out in 4K. But this deserves to be in 4K. This is an amazing movie. Beatty himself directed it. Multiple Academy Award winner. I think it was Best Picture. This is a great film. So pick that up. And then, bro, I'm back on the tuna train. The tuna train.
I've seen it on
The
Insta.
Dr.
mine,
Saperstein
Rob?
edition of Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, and there is one for you.
Rob, awesome. Is it still wrapped? Have you watched it?
I have not watched it. I read about it online. I've not watched it. Now, here's the thing. I've
Is
actually...
it really completely in HD?
I don't know because I haven't watched it. Now, here's the thing. I saw The Whole Bloody Affair at the New Beverly, which Quentin Tarantino owns. So he showed The Whole Bloody Affair played once, I believe, one time there. And I was there. I saw it. And the movie plays really well because it's a little different than the theatrical cuts. The real question that I have about this is, as you might know, I have the Japanese version of Kill Bill Volume 1. The Japanese version is very different because the whole scene with the Crazy 88, the House of Blue Leaves, is all in color.
The animated stuff is longer.
Yeah, and it's a lot more violent, and I will never part with that because they didn't put out they didn't put that version out on Blu-ray. It's only out in HD. I mean, in standard def. So I'm curious. They probably use that to make this. I'm not sure. I don't know. I just haven't thrown this on. But I want to. Now people are gonna laugh at me.
So Rob, I was under the impression that The Whole Bloody Affair would just be the Japanese versions strung together. Am I wrong?
No, you're wrong. You're wrong, Dieter. The Whole Bloody Affair is an actual new cut of the movies together that Quentin Tarantino did. They were going to release it theatrically, but for some reason they never did. And it's never come out officially on video. But thank you to the Tuna Train, formerly AKA Stinky Tuna. I'm back in their good graces. So Darth Plagueis is like, please, where did you get The Whole Bloody Affair? I want it. Well, Darth Plagueis, you need to be on the Tuna Train. And for those of you who don't know, Stinky Tuna, They sell wondrous discs, but they have to let you in. You have to
Or
appeal
the
to
train
their.
has already left the stations for some people.
The train has already left the station. So, Stinky Tuna. Now, you're gonna laugh at me because this is literally a movie about two girls at summer camp, played by Tatum O'Neal and Christy McNichol, having a contest to see who can lose their virginity first. And it also co-stars Armin DeSante and Matt Dillon from 1980. It's one of the very first films I owned on video cassette.
DeSante, you mean Law?
Yeah, that's right. That Armin DeSante. It's the comedy Little Darlings. Now, people would ask, Rob, why the hell would you buy this? Mostly because it reminds me of my childhood. I used to show this movie when I was 13 to all my friends. It was like, this is a movie about two girls competing to lose their virginity. It was like our dream girls. Where are these girls? But if you watch this now, Armin DeSante and Matt Dillon, I mean, this is a comedy. I don't know if it could get made today. I mean, maybe it could, but it's actually quite heartfelt. And, it goes right along the lines with movies like Meatballs, these summer camp movies, of which there were a lot. And I had this on pre-recorded video cassette. And I don't know why I had it, but I showed it to everybody. There was something like, when I was 13, this movie, I couldn't believe it. And it was from Stinky Tuna, so I had to buy it. So what the hell?
So this was never released officially, Rob?
I don't think it was. I don't think Little Darlings has ever been released, not on Blu-ray.
Okay.
I mean, and then finally, I don't know where this came from. Maybe somebody ripped it off cable or something. And I'm sorry, David Pryor, because I really want to buy this in physical media. The Empty Man. Which is one of the surprises of last year. Again, thank you, Stinky Tuna, for The Empty Man. I mean, the thing about Stinky Tuna is sometimes some of their titles are great. They put out, I've still got your discs that I've got from them, like The Abyss and True Lies. Some of them aren't, but who cares? If you're buying bootlegs anyway. And, oh, wait, I'm sorry. Did I buy a bootleg? Yes, I bought 3. But I don't apologize because, look, man, put these out. Put the whole bloody affair out. Everybody wants it, So, and Darth Plagueis, I love seeing in all caps, please, please, where did you get that whole bloody affair? I want it. We've talked about them before on this channel, then they went away. There's a company called Stinky Tuna that they rip a lot of stuff off Netflix and cable now because you can get it. They have box sets of The Mandalorian Season 1 and 2. They gather all kinds of special features off the internet and things, and they put them on their discs. And as I said, The Empty Man is not available on physical media. And
Which is a shame, Rob. A shame.
It is a damn shame. So, David Pryor, I am sorry that I went out and bought your movie from Stinky Tuna, now called The Tuna Train. So, if you're interested, you have to go to Stinky Tuna, and it sends you to tunatrain.com, and you have to sign up. Because they're sneaky bastards. Nobody knows where they are. Somewhere in Florida, I think.
It's the dark web, Rob.
It is. And not only is it I have to say that their customer service, you order shit from there and they send it to you, man. They send it to you rapid fire. So I'm still waiting. I placed a second order for like less than $0. And they're cheap. $14.99.
Yeah.
So get on the tuna train,
Awesome.
everyone. So those are my picks of the week. Those are what I purchased.
So, Rob, should I delve into the live chat from last week a little bit?
I think you should.
Okay. Previously on Let's Get Physical Media, Charlie the Unicorn was in the live chat. Dieter's broadcasting from an underground bunker. Germans love bunkers. And my boss was there too, Rob. And Patrick said, you could really see Dieter's apartment as a bunker. And he is actually not wrong with that assumption, okay?
I don't know. Things,
Stubborn
when Germans are in bunkers, it doesn't end well, bro.
No. I buried here with all those stuff. Stubble McShave, answer to Emma Bannon. Remember that Dieter have a stripper pole behind him, so it's probably a nice bunker. Okay. Greets from Deeds. I'm stealing that. Tim Hans, you can. It's not officially licensed at the moment. Raul Hernandez said, there's good trash and bad trash. Venom 2 is bad trash. Exactly. Raul Hernandez, okay? Charlie the Unicorn, Let's Get Physical Media is a cornerstone of the Burnettwork. Okay? Nice to know, Charlie. Okay? Roland Endes, Dieter might have to hit the gym before he could be a mover. Don't put me through that hell. Come on, Roll. Don't put me through that hell. Scotty R37, because there's always some talk about me getting replaced with other people. Dieter cannot be fired. I can't even imagine a recasting. Okay.
Why would I want to fire you?
Some shenanigans, Charlie the Unicorn. Dieter brings European flavor to the show. No.
I don't know. Your cuisine is not known as the best cuisine in Europe. I don't know how much flavor you bring to the show.
Stubble. Dieter is the star. Rob is this week's guest on the Dieter show. Okay.
I agree, dude. I mean, I'm happy to be your wingman.
Emma Bannon. Yeah. Emma Bannon. I thought Dieter was the Alex Kurtzman of Let's Get Physical.
Oh man, you know, she's getting a little mouthy. If I can say it, I'm not going to get canceled. I mean, between her jokes, she had a joke. I mean, I think we put up with a lot from her. As much as I love her, as much as she's hit me to so many great things from Europe, I owe that lady money. And let me tell you though, sometimes she's getting a little mouthy, like this.
Yeah.
Calling you Alex Kurtzman. What is that? Emma Bannon, what is that? How can you call our beloved Bastion, Alex Kurtzman? That's she's on a bridge too far, Dieter. A bridge too far, and there are no big actors there to save us.
Scotty R37 asked, is the movie Joy, Dieter's Gem with Jennifer Lawrence? Yes, Scotty, I quite enjoyed Joy with J-Law. Tim Hens, Ready Player One for $7, Rob. That's a Schnäppchen, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely. And Tim Hens, Rob is going to be an illegal alien in Deutschland. Okay?
I'm going to sneak across the border.
Once again, Roland Andes. Saarbrücken used to be a part of the Roman Empire, so Dieter might have some French blood. Thin ice roll.
Wow.
Very, very thin
Wow.
ice.
Wow.
And Roland Andes continued, Dieter wants a signed copy of Free Enterprise. Actually, Roll, that is true. And Rob, how will you sign that copy for me?
Very carefully.
And with fuck off, you douchey douche.
Fuck off, you douchey douche. Yes, I will. I will sign your copy of
And
Free
considering,
Enterprise.
Rob, Free Enterprise, little fun story. I was visiting one of my oldest friends this week, gave him his KISS Destroyer 45th anniversary because he's a big KISS fan, and we talked a little bit about, of course, our show. We haven't seen each other in a long time, how this show came to be. And Rob, I find out he owns Free Enterprise on DVD.
Wow. Wow. If you have the German DVD, that I love the fact that
it's German.
It's
Rob, I
dubbed.
have like you said, I have probably watched it in German just to see if you're right about the translation.
Oh man, I just love that somebody dubbed it into German.
Limac Ajax was in the live chat. There's only one who could play Dieter, Christoph Waltz. Okay. About that.
I would watch that movie.
And Rob, not only Darth Plagueis, Tim Hens too. I want the uncut Kill Bill, which was promised by Tarantino 20 years ago. You know?
Well.
And considering your move, Rob, our friend David Kogel was in the live chat. I have a custom gift for Rob, but am not sure if I should send it to his PO box if he's moving.
No, send it to me directly.
Send it.
You've got my email. I don't know if I have his direct email. Send it to him.
Yeah.
You can send them.
So, David, it's still possible at this moment in time to send Rob stuff. You showed Rob there will be Escape from LA coming out in 4K, and Video Under D. I like Escape from LA, but then there was a little more of a hard topic from Doc Vader. Found it better than the original. Okay. Video Hunter D. Okay.
What?
I wouldn't go that far. Okay. You know. And Raul Hernandez was back again, Rob. Dune, a boring masterpiece. I don't know if he's talking about the new one or the old one.
No, I think he's talking about the new one.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Tim Tim N's answer to Omar, when Kermot, Mark Kermot, one of our favorite YouTube reviewers, is right, he's right. When he's wrong, as he was with Ghostbusters Afterlife, he's so spectacularly wrong. Was he, Tim? Was he really? Right. Stubble McShave. Dieter shows 30 purchases, mostly crap. Rob has 4 great titles.
Well, my tastes and Dieter's vary wildly, but I think that's what makes the world go round.
Sure. Yeah. Darren Hoyt. Dieter paid a lot of Deutschmarks for all those movies. Well, back in the day, yes, Darren, but that time has passed for a long time. Darren Hoyt. Dieter sounds like he will roll right into speaking Deutsch. Nun, das kann gelegentlich mal passieren, Darren, Stubble McShave, we talked a little bit about Chris Stuckman. We have Chris Stuckman on the show, or Jeremy Chance. And Stubble said the movie fell apart and he's now doing reviews again. So it's unfortunate to hear that this movie fell apart, but you don't know more, Rob. Why
no, but I think I really like Chris Stuckman. I really like his demeanor. I've always liked his reviews. I think he does a really good job. But I would have told him that don't ever say a movie's going to happen. I've always told people, look, man, don't even put your movie on the IMDb until after it's shot. It doesn't matter. You don't need people to know. Shoot the movie first, then put it on IMDb. Don't talk about your movie because more often than not, for every movie I've gotten made in my life as a producer, I had Agent Cody Banks and Agent Cody Banks 2 in 2003 and 2004. Hills Run Red in 2009, and Tango Shalom in 2021. And I edited films there, but they fall apart. And for every one movie you get made, there's 100 projects that you've tried to get made that don't get made. So it's kind of a bummer. By the way, since you brought up Dune, you sent me these pictures of the Coke version of Dune. Let me just rifle through these. The Dune set that has been delayed, Coke until February, I get. But this, it was supposed to come out before Christmas. It looks pretty spectacular. And they said, look at that, the Bill Sienkiewicz Dune comic from Marvel. It's going to be in German, but still, it's cool to have. This looks like a very, very tasty set. So, and they said they're adding something else to it that they weren't planning on.
You get some sort of a aluminium shield with it for the delay of the set.
That's very cool.
With no extra cost.
Thanks for sending me those photos. Yeah. So, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Back to you, Dieter.
No problem, Rob. Nice that you showed. Then Terry, our friend Terry from Norway, did send in a nice super chat. I already read it. This is a Dieter Bastian appreciation post. Also, I had my eyes open for robot tricks. And what a movie. I can't believe it's not been part of my life. But now, Terry, it is. Stubble McShave again. Terry, he said to Terry, Dieter said you were from Sweden. I think you took as much offense by that as me. Well, Stubble, 2 birds with 1 stone. Tim Hens, answer to Darren Hoyt, and out of a glass bottle, I'm always drinking out of a glass bottle here, he's helping the environment. Tim, just keep it between us, is actually just because of the taste, not really for the environment. Okay?
Yeah, dude. I mean, if you're gonna drink out of a bottle, you got to drink out of glass.
And Tim Hens said, Hard Target, easily John Woo's best American movie.
What?
And he wishes Hard Target's John Woo's best American movie.
No, dude. Face Off is. Come on now. Face Off is John Woo's best American movie. Everybody knows that. Yeah. Come on now.
And Tim Hens, like we all, Rob, or at least you and me, wishes he was still 40. Okay?
Yeah, you know what, though? I mean, I want more life, fucker, as Roy Batty says in one of the versions of Blade Runner. I do, but at this point in time, I think I'm going to get it I'll slide in just under the wire when global warming ravages the planet. So, although they've been talking about it, Carl Sagan was warning us about that 40 years ago. So, hey.
Exactly. So, Rob, I have other stuff to show.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Rob, I'm not finished.
Oh,
Come on.
well, I didn't know that.
Okay, the next one, a little bit 4K stuff. I watched it at the beginning of the week from America. Yakuza Princess. And it was unfortunately mediocre, pretty mediocre. A little bit.
Oh, that's too
Little
bad,
bit
because I've
boring,
always
I have to
I've
say.
always wanted to meet a Yakuza princess.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not a big recommendation, even for genre fans. Little bit laxer. But I wouldn't say no to a sequel. They left a little bit the door open for a sequel. The next one, another 4K, a media book. You all know the movie. Nicholas Winding Refn. Drive in 4K. Well, as a nice little bit of a media book. But haven't watched it yet.
Have you seen the movie before?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that movie's so good.
So good. And now out in 4K media book in Germany. Steelbook, Rob, I guess you buy the movie too, even if you were not as thrilled with it. No Time to Die. Here it is.
There you go, the Steelbook.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm getting that this week. I mean, I love Bond movies. I'll watch it again.
yeah, correct. But for me, it didn't change considering my rating. For me, it's a 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
But like I said, the most successful movie here in Germany this year, and even if Spider-Man is doing gangbusters the first weekend, I don't think it will catch up to 777 in the long run. Okay, and then great to have it because it's only 2 weeks now before we get Cobra Kai season 4. Of course, I've got
The box
4K.
set.
The box set. Had to get it, Rob. Had to get it. Couldn't live without it. Even I think the first one was already available in 4K, but I don't think the other ones not. So but it's not reversible covers. Always the same. Just slip covers. But it's nice to have. And I can't wait for season 4, Rob.
It looks great. The trailer is really good.
Haven't seen anything, Rob.
It looks really, really good.
Awesome. New Year's Eve is safe, people. Cobra Kai season 4 is coming. New Year's Eve. The next one, Rob. I don't know. You have to help me out. I don't know. I think I've seen it this year. Duna. Do you know anything? Duna.
How did you get
What's it
that?
say?
Where'd that come
This
from?
is this movie from Italy, Rob. It's
You don't even
already
like
out.
that. You don't even like that movie.
I enjoyed it, but for me, it's not a masterpiece. Okay. And
Wow.
Rob, it should always be that way. That every movie should come out in Europe 1 month before America gets it. And
Wow,
then
look at you
get the
rubbing it
Blu-ray
in.
a month-
Rubbing it. By the way, I bet that's one of
a month ahead of America too.
the quality of that disc, I'm sure, is unbelievable. It's 4K, right?
Unfortunately, Rob, we totally forgot no IMAX scenes on both discs.
That's lame.
But
Lame-o.
considering 007, I never, not like with Infinity War, I never had the feeling it's not well balanced considering the 235. you know?
Yeah.
It wasn't there. So from balancing, considering the 235, it's totally fine with me. But it's a bummer that Dune isn't with the IMAX aspect.
Super
ratio.
bummer.
Yeah, totally. And I think it was announced with the IMAX aspect ratio, but you don't know where there was the change made, the decision made, or where.
No, and it's I think it's really interesting because obviously I think it was really Warner Brothers and Christopher Nolan who pioneered the idea of using IMAX aspect ratios. For those of you, once again, the IMAX full IMAX is basically a much more almost like a square, and there's much more information on the top and the bottom of the frame. So when something is shot with IMAX cameras, what they end up doing is, in most movie theaters, you see it at If it's widescreen, you see it at 235 or 239. 4K is 239:1, the aspect ratio. And so a lot of movies, like with the Nolan movies, it switches between 239 or 235, and then it opens up the frame. And sometimes it's only for like a shot. But with the Dark Knight movies, they did that. And the Nolan movies, they did that. And
it was great with the MCU movies, especially in the 3D versions.
yeah, it was fantastic. And like Ghostbusters, when they did Ghostbusters 3D, they used the frame, and the ghosts would go outside the frame, and it was really. I mean, that wasn't IMAX, but that was really cool the way they were using that, and that's why Disney has now they have their films IMAX enhanced, and I would love to get a 4K disc of Infinity War and Endgame IMAX enhanced, but of course I don't think we'll ever get them, which is a bummer. But it's cool. And it bums me out when movies have IMAX sequences and we don't get them recreated on home video.
Disc. Yeah.
That's because you know what? Those young whippersnappers working in the studios, they don't know. They think, who cares?
Yep. And back to one
Can't
of
believe
our
you have Dune.
favorite.
God damn it.
Favorite. Yeah, for Christmas, Rob. For Christmas, you gotta have Dune, and you surely have to start from Vinegar Syndrome, which is probably becoming my favorite company of the year. And I think through our show, I really discovered them. I didn't know about Vinegar Syndrome way before that. I can't remember. So martial arts stuff, Rob, with Billy Blank's TC 2000,
Wow.
reversible cover, and it comes with a poster.
You gotta. Vinegar Syndrome does not skimp. I love this company. I love
doing a 4K scan of such a movie.
Well, come on, New York Ninja. If it wasn't for Vinegar Syndrome, New York Ninja wouldn't even have a soundtrack.
Did you get around to watch Red Letter Media's review of New York Ninja?
No, I need to watch it. People are telling me to watch that.
Best of the worst. Okay?
I would love to have somebody from Vinegar Syndrome come on this show. I've never reached out to them. Maybe I will and see if someone will come on.
With my lady Cynthia Rothrock and Bolo Young, Tiger Claws, but all three movies, Rob. All three movies.
Of course.
All three. But on a double disc, with poster artwork.
Aren't you ever ashamed when you buy movies like that? Do you ever feel shame?
No, especially if they have that kind of quality. I'm amazed that they even out. So, because these are movies that I would never expect to come out on Blu-ray in such a quality.
I know.
Oh, no. Next one, for me it's a blind buy, Rob. Cat in the Bag from Vinegar Syndrome. Flash 4.
Dude, I can't wait to get that. You're going to love that. That movie has one of my favorite lines of dialogue in any film ever.
Oh.
Would you like to hear the line of dialogue?
Yeah, give it to us.
To know life, you must first fuck death in the gallbladder. There you go.
Well, I haven't seen the movie. I would believe it was Udo Kier.
Yeah, dude.
that you channeled through yourself.
Dude, I'm telling you, know.
That was a great Udo Kier.
Well, it's the companion piece to this.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have a little. If you have blood for Dracula, you have to have flesh for Frankenstein. Come on now.
And
no, I'm dying to get that. Show me that package, dude. Come on.
Yeah, I showed it. So, on the inside.
Now, is that the Vinegar Syndrome?
Yeah.
Does it have that matte finish? The beautiful, like.
Exactly. And we have it, Rob, in 3D.
Dude, you have to have it in 3D.
And they put it out in the two versions in 3D. Normal for us, and Anaclyph is in it too. So, what can you ask more? And the 4K separately? No.
Dude, it's definitely one of the releases of the year.
Oh, still sealed, Rob. I have to open it. Still sealed. So there you've got the 3D separate from.
Yep.
The 4K.
That movie is it's a great double feature.
But I loved your Really love the Odo Rob. This
To
was
know
really,
life,
really good, Rob. Really
you have to first fuck death in the gallbladder. And he does. I mean, if you guys haven't seen the Andy Warhol horror double feature, that is fucking awesome, by the way. Look at that.
From Vinegar Syndrome. One or two left. One I saved a little bit for a special edition. One left, Rob. If you start a punk band, of course, you need a roadie. And what better roadie could you ask for than Uncle Peckerhead as your roadie for a punk band, you know? The only problem with your roadie, Uncle Peckerhead, is that he's eating people, Rob. So there could be some trouble, okay? But he's not a flesh-eating monster all the time, just for some minutes after midnight, you know? Uncle Peckerhead, Rob. Really enjoyed it. Watched it yesterday. It could have been more. If there is splatter scenes, they are really great, but there could even have been more. So even if you're on the road, you have to expect some downtime with the movie. But I loved it. Enjoyed it. Uncle Peckerhead, Rob. Is a media book with it.
Wow.
No. Rob, you never heard of Uncle Peckerhead?
I've you know what? I've never heard of Uncle Peckerhead, but now that I have, I'm a better man.
Yeah. And this movie answers our questions. What happened to the metalheads in the parking lot? You know, Rob? That movie answers that question. What happens to the metalheads in the parking lot? You know? Uncle Peckerhead, my last one. I have one left as a special edition.
I have a letter. I don't know if we already read
okay.
this, but I don't think so. Have we read a letter, if you remember, from Brian Knight about?
Brian Knight has written a lot of letters, so
he asks.
let's
Maybe
go.
we read this already, but I'll read it again. Why not?
Yep.
Why do some Region B DVDs play on American Blu-ray players? I was searching Blu-ray.com for upcoming Blu-rays, and one of the new releases was The Final Option. This is a great action movie about the SAS taking out terrorists at the American ambassador's home in England. I checked the special features of this new release with my copy of the movie Who Dares Wins, the British title. Both DVDs have the same special features, and both are Blu-ray. When I looked closer at my copy, it shows the Region B logo, but I can play this movie in my American Blu-ray player. How is this possible? I had the same happen with a copy of The Eagle Has Landed. Michael Caine and Donald Sutherland, both the Blu-ray movie and the special features DVD were labeled as Region B. I could play the movie DVD, but the special features, also Region B, would not play. Well, that's actually a really good question, Brian. I mean, basically, first of all, with 4K is most of the time region free, so you can play 4K discs.
Lucky for us.
And a lot of the time, Blu-rays that are actually marked Region B are not really Region B, so they'll play. But the thing is, if something was created in standard def in the UK or Europe, it's in a different system. You either have PAL or CCAM, which has different frame rates. So a lot of the time, if you have a Blu-ray that has special features or things that were created in Europe, they're incompatible even if the region is the same.
Yeah.
Because the material is originated somewhere else, so it'll in a different frame rate. So I actually have the Blu-ray of The Eagle Has Landed, the first British Blu-ray release. I got a long time ago. There used to be a website, and I forget the name of it, that had all of the European discs that had been released in Europe that were region free. But it's basically usually just a mistake. But for the most part, you just get a multi-region player, and you should be okay.
Should be fine.
So,
and you just can't always trust the text specs on the back of the page. Because I remember, Rob, when Blu-ray started to came out, the Fox titles almost always had the wrong running time here because they put out the PAL, where the movie was a little bit faster. Always the running time of the PAL on the back of the text specs, but now with the Blu-ray it actually runs at a regular running time.
Yeah, I mean, PAL was, 25 frames a second?
Exactly.
Man, I'm like, what the hell's wrong with this movie? And, you Europeans, what can you do?
What can you do?
I don't know.
So you get a little bit of better picture quality, but you get the wrong sound.
Wrong sound.
No. Yeah. What do you need to do?
It's true. We got super chats.
Yeah.
People are sending us super chats.
Yeah.
Darth Plagueis sends a few.
Okay.
Spider-Man is the first movie in a long time I'm looking forward to. I think it shows that good entertainment is still profitable. I agree wholeheartedly.
Exactly.
I mean, the studios have to make things. I mean, obviously, this is the culmination of 20 years, and it's unique. I can't believe Cliff Stevenson, the great who's been on the show. Cliff Stevenson texted me and he said, "I can't even believe that Spider-Man No Way Home exists." And I agree with him. I can't. There's an article in Variety about what it took to get all these actors to come back and be in the film. So I can't believe it.
There's some hot contracts probably to be made.
Absolutely, I can't even imagine. Darth Plagueis goes on to say, I'm going to massacre your language, but Frohe Weihnachten und Merry Christmas for alle physical media fans.
Fröhliche Weihnachten und Merry Christmas, glaube ich, for us all.
Well, there you go. I love it. 200 Watt Studios says that Rob, Coming Home in the Dark is about a Vietnam vet returning home, but his plane arrives late, so it's already dark when he gets home. I'm sure. Dieter said, Rob, you just got to watch this movie and don't read about it. If it was about a Vietnam vet getting home late, maybe that's where it begins. I don't know.
No, Rob.
Justin Toner and I, Justin, our moderator, Justin Toner, sends us a tip, and I'm in the same boat here as Justin. Justin says, "Hi, Rob and Dieter. Barnes & Noble canceled. What? Canceled my order of Citizen Kane because they don't know when they will have it back in stock, so I lose out on the 50% off price. I am not happy. On the bright side, I got my Vinegar Syndrome order this week. God bless them." Well, they probably canceled my order too, but you know what? Just wait till the
because
next...
because of the exchange of the Blu-ray.
Yeah. And the funny thing is I don't care about that Blu-ray. I just want the 4K. I mean, I've got this beautiful Blu-ray box set. I think Warner put it out or something. I just want the 4K.
Well, Justin, you have to wait another year for the Barnes & Noble sale.
No, it's it's twice a year, so you only have to wait 6 months.
Twice a year, okay.
And since the one's over, I think it was November, so it's only 5 months till the next one. so
just around the corner.
So there you go. And we're caught up with super chats.
Okay.
Do you have other things to discuss?
I have one special edition to show, Rob, even if it will you'll not be happy about it because you canceled the actor, and I haven't even opened it. It is open, but I have not delved more inside of it. Considering last week we have from 88 Films the Great Robotics as a little bit promotional material. I've got from Jackie Rob Armor of God.
Oh, and that's Vinegar Syndrome?
88. No, 88, Rob. 88.
Oh, that's 88 films. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I misgendered our video company.
Yeah. So let's see what 88 put in this.
88 Films is another great video company.
Yeah.
They're great.
Totally. Considering they put out Robotrix and Story of Vicky O. So let's see what we have inside. We have no reversible cover. Yes, we have reversible cover. Let's do it here on the show live. Switch it around a little bit. So, reversible cover artwork for Armor of God. It comes with 2 discs actually. Where are the tech specs? Why are we getting 2? We have disc 1 is the new K remaster. Okay, where is disc 2? Don't know if it's just special editions. We have some more like postcards from the size of it. see if I can get the stripe off. Always the wrong way. So, I've got, this was the postcards in it, and it comes, of course, as usual, with the new poster artwork, and I believe an old one. Oh, this is really thick paper here. So we have the new artwork of the movie. The back, more of
Nice, that's nice.
older poster. And of course we have a booklet for the movie. Also pictures and a lot of text. Damn it. So Arm of God from 88 films. So
Nice.
as a special edition. And it fits, just with the robotics nicely together. And I think they will put out, Rob, help me, the other one, which I bought, the La Femme Nikita ripoff. What was it called? Cat Angel? I don't know. They will put out that too as a special edition.
Nice.
So this was my special edition, Rob. Armor of God from 88 films. And just to annoy you again, Rob, have you finished Violation?
No. I need
What about
to.
Adam Robitel?
You know what? I'm working on that. Adam's been working on his new TV series, writing a new TV
what
series.
is he working, Rob?
I don't know the name of it. He said he's like, I think it's a Netflix show. He just finished the 4th episode. So, yeah.
Speaking of Netflix, Rob, we have a release date for Dota.
We do. When is Dota Season 2 coming out in Germany? It's the 6th, right?
Yeah, correct. January 6th, finally, we will get Dota 2nd season. Rob, have you finished Arcane?
I have.
What
I
did you
loved
think,
it.
Rob?
I loved it. I think it's a great. It exceeded my expectations. So if people
Me too.
haven't,
And considering it's a MOBA game, when you would come to me, which video game we should adapt into some sort of live action or animated, I would certainly not think not League of Legends. If you have something like Last of Us, a story-based driven game, that would make sense. But League of Legends, what League of Legends?
yeah, no, it's
but it totally rocks.
yeah, it totally rocks. Really, really good.
Arm of God, special edition from 88.
We've got more super chats.
Yeah.
Tom Jr. Jackson says, "Great show, boys, but why is Dieter trolling Rob with his Middle Earth set?"
Just because Rob will be on Neurotic Stream talking about.
Yes, today, of
Lord
course,
Lord.
for you Americans, today is January. It's not. Today is not January. Today is December 19th. Today is the actual 20th anniversary of the release of Fellowship of the Ring in the United States. Yeah. So 20 years ago today.
I still remember, Rob, that first teaser when they came up the mountain in 2001.
Yep.
First one. Wow.
It
was so good.
So good. So 20 years ago today. So yes, I'm going on a stream with Mahler and the Critical Drinker and Nerdrotic. And people are like, "Why do you stream with those guys?" I love those guys. So that's why I stream with them.
That's not to pull some legs from it. This is a little bit promotion for later already.
I love that you're doing that. By the way, I didn't buy that set because I've got the 4K Steelbooks.
Yeah.
And to me, the appendices that we all worked on are not in there, so it's not the ultimate set. So fuck you guys for not putting the appendices in there. So whatever.
Correct.
This is an interesting question. Georgie writes in and says,
Yeah.
"Hi, Rob. Hello, Dita. Rob, is it
Hello.
true that movies on Kaleidoscape have better quality in every respect than on discs. You might be asking yourself, what is Kaleidoscape?
Isn't it a label?
Kaleidoscape is a server. It is a server that you buy, and from what I understand, it is proprietary, and they prepare content themselves. And there are 4K versions of movies that are not available on disc that you can get on Kaleidoscape. Now, you cannot, from what I understand, you know what? I will let me read something. Let me find a picture of a Kaleidoscape server. Let me get to. This is actually very interesting. So, you know what? Let me here. I'll put this up. And
I've never heard about it.
Yeah, it's very high end, and it is mostly for, of course, home theaters and things like that. So let me quickly. I will get this up, and I will show you what this is. This is actually fascinating shit, and it's really really cool. So let me put this up, and hang on, give me a minute. I'll blow up the picture. Yep. Now, this is really, if you have a high-end home theater system, this is what Kaleidoscape is. It's the ultimate movie player, the filmmaker's choice. Kaleidoscape this is what Martin Scorsese has to say. Kaleidoscape is an essential part of my life and has been since 2007. It's allowed me to curate a great library of films over the years, to cross-reference titles and follow my own threads. In other words, to have a treasury of cinematic history at my fingertips. And these days, when movies are routinely devalued and streamed in forms that are often compromised, I've come to value Kaleidoscape more than ever. From the presentation of uncompressed 4K to the meticulous attention to every aspect of the film as the director intended it, Kaleidoscape is grounded in a true and deep love for the art of cinema. Frankly, I don't know what I would do without it. So here's some Kaleidoscape movies that they have. And the magic begins with the content we deliver. Curated from studio masters, Kaleidoscape movies are delivered to your private cinema with the highest video quality available and pure, lossless reproductions of the original motion picture soundtracks. Then we add proprietary metadata that allows our players to present a personalized cinematic experience that goes beyond even the finest of movie theaters. You bring the popcorn, we bring the special sauce. Here's what it looks like. And it is a big promise, but I've heard great things. Renowned for its ease of use, our industry-leading interface provides multiple ways to interact with your movie library. Kaleidoscape organizes your library, bringing related movies into view. Play trailers, create custom collections, or jump to your favorite scene or song. And they interface with your home theater, and apparently it's awesome. Now, I've been hearing about this for over a decade. I've never used it, and from what I understand, you cannot upload your own collection onto Kaleidoscape. You have to use their material. And let's see what they have over 13,000 titles. So
so is it like a monthly subscription service?
Honestly, I don't know how it works. I don't know. I really don't, because I don't know much about it. I've just heard that it's great, but I've always considered it to be, you know, if I had a high-end home theater system, I would definitely get it. But I don't know much about it. I've never used it. I just know that you can't upload your own movies to it. So there you go. Hey, that was Tallulah. Darth Plagueis says, is George coming today, and will we see a 4K Willow and a 4K Excalibur? George isn't coming today. I wasn't planning on calling him because it's a little too early, because I think we probably would get a 4K Willow because the TV series is coming, and they'll probably have that, and then a 4K Excalibur. I'm sure they'll I wouldn't be surprised if we see Excalibur come from Criterion. I don't know if they're doing it, but I could see Criterion doing that. Yeah. Yeah. Terrier says another Sunday with other grown people so joyous about stuff in the mail. It's borderline erotic. this show should be on that other tube site. You mean RedTube? By the way, you know what? There's something that I didn't show.
Tell me what did you think of New York Ninja? He wasn't a big fan.
I got this.
Oh, your EXO.
This is an EXO 6. As far as I know, I don't know if people have shown this online, but I got this.
Easy.
Look at this. This, my friends.
Oh, Janeway.
Catherine Janeway, the EXO 6 Catherine Janeway. Look at that. I'm not going to open it up.
Nice.
But I have it. So this is very nice.
More coming?
Great.
More coming?
Well, yeah, I mean, the EMH is coming out. I don't know when the EMH is coming out. Janeway's out. So there's the EMH, and then Spock is supposed to come out in March. And then they've announced 7 of 9 and Q, and I think that's all they've officially announced. We'll see. But, yep, Janeway. Woohoo, I'm excited about that.
And considering Spider-Man again, I loved when you said on Observations, when you discussed the movie, about all the stuff we already knew before going into it. Just put out a trailer that shows nothing, just a title, release date. I remember back when Endgame came out and John asked you, what do you think, Rob? What will be in the new trailer? And you was going, I don't want to see anything. I want the release date, I want the logo, and I will be there. I thought, exactly. Stop with that trailer. Stuff for movies we will go see anyway.
It's funny with Marvel trailers. I really do think they should take a different tactic because I understand, like it would be pretty ballsy to release, they used to make trailers back in the day, like Alfred Hitchcock. Go back and watch his Psycho trailer where he takes you on a tour of the Psycho house, and shows you just a clip from the movie. Yep. They should just have like Tom Holland as Peter Parker, come on and like make a trailer and shoot it.
Something different for the trailer.
It was like, do you remember? It was actually pulled because of 9/11, but there was a very first trailer for Spider-Man with the webbing between the World Trade Center, and it was shot for the trailer. Do that. Like with these Marvel movies, because if you don't give the fans anywhere to go, they won't know. And with Spider-Man No Way Home, I don't think they should have shown. Can you imagine if you knew nothing about that movie?
That movie would be totally a blast. Totally.
I mean, if you knew nothing about Spider-Man No Way Home, it would have been one of the most mind-blowing cinematic experiences ever. But there's no
just checklist. Yeah, know it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was still
Gambia. Knew it.
I mean, they showed things like the pumpkin bomb rolling onto the bridge.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, it would have been. Can you imagine not having seen that before? What it would be like to see that movie?
I would be blown away and probably would not have some criticisms because the movie would have gushed over it.
Yeah.
Considering
you would have been sitting there. You would have been sitting there with your, like you said, your jaw would have been hanging off. I mean, it would have been the most.
It would be like a fever dream. You couldn't believe.
Right.
What you were watching.
Right. You'd be like, wait, what?
If the Spider-Man came through the portal and it was, you would.
I mean, it would, even when the villains show up. I mean, how funny would the ad campaign be if you just had Tom Holland come out and go, "No, I'm Peter Parker. I'm Peter Parker. I'm Spider-Man." And as you might know, we have a movie coming out called Spider-Man No Way Home, but we're frankly tired of everyone spoiling everything, so we're not going to show you anything at all. And then that marketing would get so much attention, people that they would just say, "Nope, not going to tell you anything." And that's it. And if they could keep a lid on it, I mean, I can't imagine. I was thinking that the other day. I'm like, if you knew nothing about Spider-Man No Way Home, it would probably be one of the most jaw-dropping movies in cinema history.
Mind-blowing.
It would have been I mean, I would have been like, wait, what? What are you talking about? I mean,
and even that we thought Toby and Andrew had just some little cameo, it wasn't the case. It wasn't the case.
No, I mean, and first of all, I gotta hand it to Andrew Garfield, who's the GOAT in promoting this movie, because he was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I mean, he lied through his teeth. What an actor he is! They were probably having so much fun pretending. Like, I mean, but can you imagine if you didn't know anything about that film? I mean, even the audience. What was so funny to me, it was very funny, because even in the theater, I was at John Campion's special screening, when Charlie Cox shows up. You know, people were like,
I've seen The Apartment, and I already know. Oh, it can only be 10 minutes now before Charlie is showing up. You know,
I mean,
so you've seen Happy Hogan. Thinking
but
about a picture from John.
There was people that didn't know about that, and you heard the murmur, like they're like, "Wait, what?" People in the theater were like, "What?" Like they couldn't,
because at this point we already have said, "Oh, the Netflix shows are not really in the MCU, not really tied. They're this own thing." But no, they're actually doubled down now. You know.
But I love that. I mean, I love that. How can you not love that? Hitchhiker 42 asks an interesting question. Do you think a 4K Live Aid release will happen? Well, here's the thing about true 4K. I believe that Live Aid, the only way they could give you a true 4K, it was shot on probably video. Yeah. Only way you could get a 4K release of that is if it's shot on film, and it might very well have been. I don't know if they shot.
No idea about that.
Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to have it. I know that.
What the sources?
I know that I used to have a mini laser disc of Do They Know It's Christmas? And it was a laser disc, and it was a behind the scenes. It showed everybody arriving and getting together, and then it was the music video, and it was shot on film. So I don't know if it was ever finished on film. Probably not, but you'd have to have it on film. But you'd have to have it shot on film to have it in true 4K.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess
yes.
that brings us to the end of the show.
Yeah.
Well, listen,
Correct.
Are you going to have a good?
Rob can have a little bit of a break before he delves into a lot of drinks.
Yeah, I'm going to go delve into Lord of the Rings, and I don't know if I'm going to do a Robservations today. Maybe I will. Yeah. Next week, we will be back with our best releases of the year.
Yeah.
On the 26th.
I don't know if you're interested, just throwing out on Amazon Prime, Metallica has these free shows that they are doing in San Francisco.
Oh.
They're on Amazon Prime. They did the show 1 at Friday, and tonight at Sunday at 9 p.m. your time, you can watch it on Amazon Prime, show number 2.
Wow, that's exciting.
For free. It's about their 40 years history, and the first show was a really nice compilation. They didn't skip over any of the albums, so they played at least one song from every album at the first show. But
wow!
Today you get show number 2, Rob. It will be on Amazon Prime.
Well, that's cool.
At 9 p.m.
Are these live shows, or were they pre-recorded?
Live shows, Rob. Live shows from San Francisco, streamed on Amazon Prime.
Wow!
At 9 p.m. Sunday evening, you can watch Metallica live if you want.
That's how cool is that? I mean, come on now. I love that.
Just a heads up. Unfortunately for me, I cannot watch live, Rob. It's 6:00 in the morning then, and I have to go to work tomorrow, unfortunately. So I will watch the show part 2 later. But you can watch it live, Rob, tonight at 9 p.m.
Tonight. Are you going to go see West Side Story? Come on, man.
I have no plans at the moment.
You won't see a new Spielberg movie, but you'll buy the trash you buy.
You have that. Get me on my way with it.
All right. Well, if that's the way you do that, yeah,
I'm in with the other Germans, number 7 in the top 10 first weekend. Number 7. behind 007 in its 11th week.
I know. I know. Well,
unbelievable. Okay.
All right, sir. Well, I will wish you a Merry Christmas. I've loved doing these shows with you for this year. I mean, we'll do one before the end of the year. But
Rob and I talked a little bit about it. We probably will do Let's Get Physical Media on the second second holiday of Christmas, where we will do a best of 2021. Each will pick probably around 10 titles to show, which were our favorite releases of this year next week.
Absolutely. And on that note, I want to thank my moderating staff. I want to thank Justin Toner for being you, Brian Hepburn for being you. Thanks for being here. I want to thank all of you gentlemen and ladies and kind souls and gentle beings from across the 28 known galaxies for just supporting the channel the way you do, through membership, super chats, tips. Thank you for that. And we had a great member call yesterday. It's always fun to see you. You people? What do you mean, you people?
Have you seen nice members, Rob? New members. You always complain.
Yeah, you know what?
Haven't seen.
There's been a lot of people that have signed up to be new members of the channel, but they haven't really. We haven't seen their lovely faces. Just a Brown Girl showed her face briefly on the channel yesterday. Yeah. That was nice. And it was. It's good. It's fun. But I like that we have this kind of community, this member community that comes in, and it's great. It's great.
Awesome.
So thank you all for that, and may physical media never die.
Ja.
And on that note,
jede Person, die du triffst, hat eine Geschichte zu erzählen, die du noch zu hören hast. Alles, was du tun musst, ist zuhören.
Every person you meet has a story to tell that you have yet to hear, and all you have to do is listen. And with that, let's get Physical Media 52 comes to an end.
In the can.